Greetings to you all, wherever you are, at home or abroad. You're now tuned into Talk Sense Media, your voice of reason in the noise. Here we bring you the news that matters to you, straight talk, clear facts, and honest reasoning, because you deserve to understand what's really going on. Whether it's headlines or what's happening on the streets, if it affects you or your community, we break it down and we talk sense. So let's get into today's story. As you know by now, Buju posted a video last week that went viral right across the world, and in it, he made a serious accusation against Jamaica airport workers, claiming that they stole relief items meant for hurricane victims. And of course, on the internet, the video exploded and millions of people saw it right across the world. And Jamaica's reputation was placed on the line. But if you know anything about this JLP administration government, they don't let things slide. So the government launched an investigation, and what they discovered, Buju, why Buju? This is Talk Sense Media, and today we are breaking down the Buju Banton saga that has all of Jamaica talking. Because what started out as an accusation has now ended with deleted posts and silence from Buju. So as you know, Buju Banton posted a video. He was cross, angry and miserable like Bounty Killer, accusing staff at the Norma Manley International Airport of stealing relief supplies that he personally sent for hurricane victims. And in that video, he named specific items such as a stove and Starlink device, supplies that were meant for people who lost everything. And when Buju speaks, the world is going to listen because Buju is an international star. The video exploded naturally. Blog pages reposted it, all the major news outlets picked it up, and naturally the comment sections went buzzing. Because if what he had said was true, then Jamaica had hit a new low. Jamaica had gone to the dogs. Because stealing from hurricane victims during a national disaster, that was not just criminal, that was evil. So Jamaicans were furious, and Jamaicans abroad felt away. Airport workers, people working overtime, exhausted, trying to process aid shipments, were all branded as thieves. And we're not saying that things are perfect at airport, but in this case, did it apply? And so in the middle of a recovery effort that needed unity, Jamaica's name was being dragged through the international mud. But here's where the story gets interesting. As I stated, this JLP administration don't let anything slide. And if they feel that you are telling lies, they're going to jump on it. And that's exactly what Minister Vaz did, who is one of Jamaica's hardest working ministers. The man who never seemed to sleep. No, he didn't ignore this. He could have dismissed it as social media noise, but he didn't. He launched a full investigation within 24 hours. Because if airport staff were really stealing relief items that needed to be exposed and let justice take its course. So the records were checked, manifests were reviewed, witnesses were questioned, every detail of the process was examined. And then the results came back. No items were stolen. But it get better. I'm not even sure if I should use that word. It get more embarrassing. The stove and Starlink that Buju claimed were missing, they were never on the shipping manifest. Let me repeat. The items Buju said were stolen, they were never shipped in the first place. They were never even sent. So either Buju didn't send them or lied about it, or someone lied to him and he didn't verify anything at all before going public. Either way, this was a false accusation during a national crisis. But here's the part that tells you everything you need to know. What happened to Buju's video after that? We are being told that it's now deleted. The accusations gone from his page as if it never exists. No explanation, no clarification, no apology. Just silence. Now, if Buju truly believed what he said was true, he would stand by it, wouldn't he? He would have demanded answers. He would fight. Because we're living in a time when a man wrong in defending wrong, much less being right, and you just walk away, delete your post and disappear. That doesn't make any sense. And so that tells us one of two things. Either Buju realized he was wrong, or he realized the consequences. But here's the problem. Buju, while you can delete a video, you can't delete the damage done. The lies already have been spread. The harm has already been done. Jamaica's reputation has been tarnished. Airport workers were already being called thieves because we know that things happen. And also the recovery process was far from being smooth because people already agitated that things, relief funds not reaching them and all of that. And so Buju added to it and Jamaica was left asking why? What was the motive? Was Buju misinformed? Was he trying to make a political point? Or did he not care enough to check the facts before going public? Now, some of you might be thinking, that's not a big issue, man. Leave the man alone. He made a mistake. Let's move on with the recovery process. But let me tell you why that's wrong. That wasn't a casual comment. That wasn't a prank. It wasn't a joke that gone bad. This was a public accusation of criminal behavior. And it happened during a national emergency to an audience, millions of people worldwide. And when you have a platform like Buju's, when your voice reaches right across the world, your words carry weight. Even if he had whispered it, it would have sounded loud to the people who follows and listen to him. So words can build or they can destroy, they can heal or they can harm. And in this case, Buju's words created problems. And it did so at a time when Jamaica was vulnerable, when people were suffering, when communities were devastated. Buju used his voice not to uplift Jamaica, but to tear it down. And whether his actions were intentional or not, the impact is the same. No, Buju Banton isn't just some artist. He's a legend in his own rights. Buju is a superstar. Whether you like him or not, that is beside the point. Buju is a voice that raised a generation. His music spoke to the struggles of the Jamaican people. It spoke to hope. It spoke to resilience. And people trust him. And that's exactly why it hurts so much. Because when Buju spoke, we believed him. Many people didn't question it. And Buju abused that trust. So here's a question everybody's asking. What was Buju's real motivation? Because the facts don't add up. Nothing at all what Buju said didn't make any sense. The items weren't stolen. The seals weren't broken. And some items were never shipped any at all. So why make the accusation? Why go public without checking? And then when confronted, why delete the message as if it never exists? Now some people gonna think it's political because everybody know by now that Buju is leading towards the PNP. Was Buju trying to embarrass the government? Some people believe so. Others think he was genuinely misinformed, that someone lied to him and he reacted emotionally. But here's what we know for sure. Buju didn't verify nothing at all. He didn't confirm anything. He didn't check the facts. He just spoke on social media and he did damage. And no Buju gone silent. Because probably in his mind, silence is easier than accepting accountability. But here's what needs to happen next. Buju Banton needs to apologize to Jamaica, to his fans locally and overseas, and to the government. Not a quiet deletion, not a vague statement through a publicist. Not, I'm sorry if I offended anyone. No man, Jamaica need a real apology. Buju need to look in the eyes of Jamaicans, the same Jamaica that built you, Buju, the same Jamaica that defended you when you were going through your saga, the same Jamaica that celebrated with you on your walk to freedom. And you need to say to these people, to your fans, to the public, I am wrong. I spoke without facts, I caused harm, and I'm sorry. Buju need to apologize to the airport workers that you falsely accused. Apologize for the damage to the Jamaica's reputation. Apologize for the confusion and division you caused during a national crisis. Because that's what real leaders do. That's what real men do, Buju. They take responsibility. They own their mistakes. They make it right. And silence isn't strength, bro. Silence is cowardice behavior. And you are better than that. At least we hope that you are. So here's the lesson, the main takeaway from all of this. To all the influencers, whether you're PNP or GLP, if you have influence, you have responsibility. If your voice can move 100, 1,000, a million, you must be careful with what you say, because the wrong message at the wrong time can do more damage than good. Criticize them, yes. Burn them out. Demand accountability, yes. But speak the truth. The truth will set you free. But do it with facts. Not rumors, not emotion, not lies. Jamaica deserves better. And Buju, you can do better. All of Jamaica. This is a time for unity, hands and hearts pulling together to help the people who needs it the most. Now is not time for division. Now is not time for politics. And it needs to stop. Now, if you found value in this video, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, this is Talk Sense Media, your voice of reason in the noise.